Is available, what you have, you're just kind of putting things together out there. Were you satisfied in general with how the 2-4 system worked when you had to use it, and then mixing and matching after that?
I don't know if you're ever satisfied going away and lose a game like that. I mean, but obviously one thing I'll give our guys credit is I thought they went in there and they battled. But no, I mean, are we satisfied? No, we're not satisfied by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, the results aren't what we want no matter who we put on the field.
I asked Coach Arnett about this afternoon. You kind of at the midway point of the season, and you got some injuries up front, and you know some guys you're not getting back. How difficult is that decision? I noticed Caleb and Gabe dressed out Saturday. How difficult is that decision to, do we redshirt them, do we not? I mean, kind of get to that point, how tough is that call?
Yeah, I think there's always those ongoing conversations. I think right now we're trying to find value in anybody we can that we feel like can physically do it, number one, and then mentally has the mental toughness to go in there and battle. I mean, to me, Dontae Russell is a great example of that. He goes out there and he does things that you look at him at 215, 220 pounds, you know, and we asked him to do some things and he held up pretty well, you know. And so it's just finding guys like that, what value can they bring, and then put them in the best possible situation.
What have you thought of the way Donteri's kind of approached the time he's been at State and finally kind of took advantage of that opportunity he had on Saturday?
I think he's grown. You know, I think he's grown. I think it's been an up and down process for him, but hopefully what he did there the other night, you know, I know we gained confidence in him. Hopefully he continually gains confidence in himself and how he prepares and doing the things right on a consistent basis so that he can go out there and make more plays like he did the other night.
Is it easy to use him kind of as an example for some of those younger guys that, you know, eventually their opportunity will come?
I think it's pretty easy for those guys to see it. You know, on the field, he gets an opportunity, he goes out, he makes plays. All of a sudden, he shows flashes that he can go get the job done and execute on a big stage. And obviously, if you do that, you're going to get more playing time. And so, to me, that's just a perfect example of utilizing your opportunity.
How do you grade John Lewis for his play the other night?
He did well. I mean, those are things. The thing about John is John's going to play extremely hard. John's always going to play hard. John's got to make sure he's going the right direction all the time, you know. But again, finding value in what John Lewis does is, you know, what you're going to get from an effort standpoint every single time. And now it's just cleaning up the fundamentals and the other things that you have to do to make yourself successful.
Last 3 weeks, incompletions have kind of been hard to come by. When you break down the film, what do you see in coverage that's enabling these teams to be this successful?
Mm-hmm. No, it's a valid question. I think there's different breakdowns. Sometimes it's a guy not making a play on a ball. Sometimes it's a schematic breakdown. Sometimes it's pass rush not getting there. I mean, it's all three levels to me, as well as coaching, obviously, too. So we've got to look at, all right, how are we getting attacked? How can we adjust the coverages we play to better suit what people are doing to us?
When you asked Jed about this too, you put those 4 linebackers on the field. How important is it, or how much of a communication role is increased with Buki and Jed?
I think we put a lot on those guys anyways in communication. I don't know that it was a huge difference, to be quite honest with you. Those guys are, you know, they've been around forever. They understand the system on the front and the second and third levels. And so it really was just a continuation on what we already asked them to do.
Watching Nathan this year, it just seems like he just raised his game this whole season playing there at the nose position.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and he needs to continue for us to be successful because of the previous question, you know. But no, he's definitely played tougher. He's played more physical inside, and we need to continue to have that from him.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,